The scourge that we have heard so often has appeared in the media. I'm calling it and referring it to the scourge. Na mate vua, mate vuka, that has taken its roots into the community, in our homes, in our villages, even in our schools. When we think of the data that was conveyed to us by the National Substance Committee Abuse, let me share with you, in 2021, 2,200 cases, national substance abuse, all over Fiji. 2021, 2,200 cases. 2022, 2,800 cases. In 2023, 3,500 cases. I've been told, reliably informed, last year's figure is quite high too. Here we're talking about Hands Across Nasinu with the current situation. At the same time, we should not forget what's at our back, the next generation. If the indications are, as I've just shared with you, the figures are, then the matter needs to be addressed very, very seriously. Where we are, what's at our back, and what's the future ahead of us. It's not an easy question, but I'm just, I'm just happy to hear these great ideas that is now been initiated by Nasinu. Today, there is no time for excuses. No time for excuses. Mom and dad, no time for excuses. The communities, no time for excuses. Schools, no time for excuses. The scourge is here. In fact, the scourge is well ahead of us in some situations. And we are, in some situations, playing up a catching up game. The situation that needs to be confronted, we cannot afford to play a catching up game. Because the risks are very high for these young ones here. I speak today as a dad, a granddad, 5 grandchildren, beautiful grandchildren, all 2 from Ngau and 2 from Tavioni, 3 from Tavioni. I speak to them nearly every day. And as I see them, I trying to imagine what their future will be. Let me share with you a story of one of them. This is Lily. His dad is from Ngau. My daughter is married to her dad, see? I will not answer whether he's a handsome fellow or not, that's a different matter. He's from Ngau, so you know what I mean. 2 years ago, she was 6 years old, 6 years old. And I have a habit of sitting my granddaughters and asking them what they would want to be when they grow up. This one here is unique. 2 years ago, she was 6. When I asked her in front of the other 4, she looked at me and said, Kaku means grandpa. Kaku, I want to be a police astronaut. A police astronaut. A police astronaut. Here we have a 6-year-old, 2 years ago, wanting to be a police astronaut. It's already there. I cannot imagine how she came about it. But moms and dads, the executive of the council, I'm just relating this story, the moral of the story. Here we have a generation that will be the future of our nation. They will be our leaders in years to come. Most of the time, we really do not know what they are thinking. Most of the time, we do not know what's embedded in their heart, their desires, their wish, their dreams. If we are really committed and serious about keeping Nasinu safe, secure, welcoming, a wonderful place to visit, then really one of the most important things, we must understand what's in their mind and what's embedded in their heart. For me, that's absolutely critical in addressing the issues ahead of us. So to our young people, you've heard about Magic Movement. It's not only a group, it's a movement. This movement is for you. Hands Across Nasinu. Executive Chair, we know that youth unemployment in Nasinu, I know, is rising, and that too many of our young people are dropping out of school or getting involved in crime. That's a given. But we also know that you are full of potential, full of energy, these young people sitting here, and full of ideas. You're not just the future, you are the present, you are the leaders in the making. You are the leaders in the making. This initiative will offer mentorship programs, as we heard this morning, early support for those at risk. They will require you to step up in cleaning up campaigns, and leadership training for your young people. Leadership training. This is something that I think it's very important, CEO, the ability to teach these young people here to be good leaders, ethic solid leaders, who fear God, who are trustworthy, and those who hate dishonest gains. Very important trait or quality of a leader in the future. This initiative will offer mentorship programs. I'm calling out for this to happen. I support the CEO that I challenge and call out. My call out is to the business, corporate bodies out here in Nasinu. This is a time to step up. Step in and be part of this. The issues here, which we are addressing, the scourges here, it cannot be addressed outside the ring. You need to be inside the ring to be part of the team for this actually to work. I was driving early this morning, just a few days ago, I was with the Vice Chancellor of FNU, and my mind was running away well ahead, and I'm just going to mention to the CEO today, sir, FNU is just across the road there. I'm sure they'll be receptive to a special program for Nasinu through a special arrangement for those that have not been able to complete their schools, the opportunity to do that. I think that's another wonderful idea that you can pick up. Young men and women, students, the government is fully committed to supporting you all here in Fiji. We want your voices to be heard in every space where decisions are made. We believe that young people can bring new ideas and bold solutions. You think differently. You dream big. And that's exactly what we need to face the challenges of today and build a better tomorrow. We must give our youth the tools and the space to grow. Skills training, jobs, opportunities to lead and speak out. We need to support their goals, not only walk beside them, not only walk ahead of them, but beside them. To our schools and institutions, we need to create more spaces, vocational training, and practical skills that will help our young find purpose and employments. To our NGOs, faith-based groups and community leaders, be mentors, be role models, help guide our young people through life's challenges. Executive Chair, your executive team, the Lord Mayor of Suva, I'm now referring to him to the Lord Mayor, Ioane Naivalurua Talatala, representatives from the other government arms, DPC, fellow officers, young men and women that are here. In a nutshell, this is what I'm trying to say this morning. We have a situation that the landscape ahead of us is no longer the same 5 or 10 years ago. It's full of challenges. It's full of challenges. the ability to maneuver your way through this landscape is actually a task that we need to address this particular program on Hands Across Nasinu. How we are able to help you maneuver your way through the landscape ahead of us and keep you safe, keep you well, able to finish your school, find good work, and above all, have a wonderful family if you want to. This particular program, Hands Across Nasinu, I believe is a start of this great initiative that the people here in Nasinu will take that responsibility to look after Nasinu, look after the people here in Nasinu, look after their visitors here in Nasinu, look after their children, look after the women, look after the kids that are hanging around here. You take that responsibility here. For me, that's the center of gravity of this initiative. Nasinu to take that responsibility. I thank you for the invitation to me, Executive Chair of Nasinu, and your hard-working team. I thank you for the opportunity to meet you today and come and convey a very short, simple message to you all from government. And I look forward to the other engagements after this in our informal discussions or Talanoa sessions. So once again, Valelevu, may God bless you all.